Okay, so today we are going to learn about the capital financial market and how it works in India. So, first of all, the first question which arises in our mind is what is capital market? Before that, let us first bifurcate what is financial market. So, financial market is basically two major components. First one is money market and second is capital market. So money market is basically for the short-term securities whose maturity is of less than 1 year, and some example of the instrument of money markets like treasury bill, commercial paper, etc. And capital market refers to a market where the securities are issued for more than 1 year, or you can say that for the long term. So today we will study entirely about the capital market, and in upcoming video we will learn about the money market. So first of all, let us take the actual situation that is happening in our economy. So in our economy there are two persons. First one is investor and second one is company. So both are facing a dilemma. Investor has surplus funds, so he has a huge amount of fund, and it is remaining idle to him. So he want to invest those amount in some productively. So he is searching for some alternative in which he can park their surplus fund. And on the other hand, there is a company which required resources and fund to scale up their business and want to diversify their business. So one hand there is excess of something, and on the other hand there is a deficiency of something. So in case अगर ये दोनों किसी तरह मिल जाते हैं, so both of them will मतलब उनकी objectives fulfill हो गए. So here it comes capital market. Capital market which provides a platform to investor to park their surplus fund and also help the companies to issue to raise the required resources for their business requirement. So it first act as a platform. It provides a platform, and in other words also we can that it acts as a bridges which it acts as a bridge which bridges the gap between investor and company. So these two definitions we can give about capital market. So next question arises, what are the different components of capital market? So capital market has two components. First one is primary market, second one is secondary market. Let us I tell you in brief what is primary market and secondary market. Primary market is a market where so before that I would like to bifurcate that. So first of all I want to tell the overall flow how we are going to study the entire chapter. Then I will explain each and every component separately. So our capital market has two components. First one is primary market and second one is secondary market. Secondary market has been further bifurcated among two. First one is a stock exchange and second one is the counter. And so first we will study about the primary market, then we will go into the secondary market. After that we will study the underwriter which works in primary market, and then we will learn about broker which operates in the secondary market. So first of all, primary market. So primary market is basically a market where the securities are issued for the first time. So here what happens, let's suppose this is a company, let's suppose this is a Paytm. So he will sell his securities or shares, whatever you can say, shares to the investor, and investor will give in return the amount to the company. So here company is directly selling his securities. So here there is a direct relationship between investor and company. Okay. So now here an agent of SEBI operate whose name is underwriter. So what are the function of underwriter? And underwriter is that person who is responsible for दोनों को मिलाने में, कंपनी एंड इन्वेस्टर को दोनों को आपस में मिलाने का काम कौन करता है? अंडरराइटर. सो लेट अस स्टडी अ बिट अबाउट अंडरराइटर, what is his function and how it act as an agent of SEBI in private market. So let's first try to understand how it helps company. So for company, first help which he provides, he helps the company in the preparation of DRHP. What is the full form DRHP? DRHP, draft trade hearing prospectus. So in that he helped the company in determining following point. First he helped in calculating the valuation of the company, what is if the company will sell his entire business to someone, so what maximum amount, what the average amount which he will get in the market, that is called valuation. So in medicine we can say that valuation is nothing but net worth plus other factors. And net worth is nothing but assets minus liability. Other factors mean like goodwill, periods of patent, etc. These factors again. Okay. So DRHP में फर्स्ट इसमें सबसे पहले वैल्यूएशन निकालते हैं कंपनी का. देन आफ्टर दैट हाउ मच शेयर्स शुड बी इशूड बाय द कंपनी, एंड देन what should be the issue price of the share. So these are some of the fundamental structure in which underwriters help them. And second help which underwriters provides to the company is purchase unsold share. So let's suppose company has issued their shares, follow all the procedures which are prescribed with the SEBI, but after all doing all this, he realizes that no one had purchased their shares, or full subscription of shares was not happened. So in that case underwriter came and purchased all the unsold share of the company. And now you might have a question किया उसने unsold share purchase किया तो उसका क्या क्या है. So what he used to do from time to time, he used to dispose those shares and get money in consideration of debt. So these two main help function underwriter perform. First one, he helps in preparation of DRHP, and second one, he purchase unsold share. So now we had understood what are the different helps or assistance which provides underwriter to the company. Now let's come what assistance underwriter provides to the investor. So as we know that underwriter are satisfied agent of SEBI. They are satisfied by the SEBI. So they had a credibility and a trust. So it provides assurance to the investor that your money जिस तुम कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो हमने उसकी सारी कॉस्ट चेकिंग कर ली चुकी है, एंड इट्स गुड. लीगली सारे डॉक्यूमेंट ये सब प्रोवाइड कर दो. सो देयर इज बहुत कम चांसेस है कि ये कंपनी डिफॉल्ट करे, एंड लीगली ये कंपनी साउंड. सो इट गिव्स एश्योरेंस कि money are in the safe hands. So this is the main function or system which underwriter provides to the investor. So this is all about primary market. In let's say प्राइमरी मार्केट में कंपनी डायरेक्टली शेयर्स को सेल करते इन्वेस्टर. ठीक है. Now let's come to the secondary market. So the secondary market has two parts. First one is the stock exchange and second is the over the counter. Let us first of all try to understand in brief what are both of these. So stock exchange, these are regulated by SEBI. and over the counter these are not regulated by SEBI directly. So there is a there should be someone SEBI like our parents are not regular, so there should be someone. So here there are market maker who regulate or assist control this market. So we will not devote much time to this as it is not the helpful है हमारे को एग्जाम पढ़ में तब हम लोग ओवर द काउंटर में कोई कंपनी है जो यहाँ इशू कर रही है शेयर एंड ही वांट टू गो हियर आल्सो सो ही कैन गो देयर एज वेल एंड यहाँ ये बेनिफिट होते हैं जिसमें बहुत रिस्क फैक्टर बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं those securities used to issued here like debentures etc. So it's like a gray area. It's not regulated by SEBI. Now our entire study should be more focused on stock exchange. So it is regulated by SEBI. And here what happened? Like जो ये investor था, right? ये मिले investor. Now this investor want to sell his securities, and this is the investor too who have the money. And he want to sell purchase that particular shares. So what he will do, he will sell his shares and he will buy the share. And there should be some intermediaries who should act as an intermediary and bridges the gap between that intermediaries. Here is broker. So broker, who is broker? Broker, the certified agent of SEBI who operates in the secondary market. And will broker do for the charity? No, he will take brokerage commission for both investor and investor. So that's what we saw the capital market. Capital market provides platform to both investor and companies to mutually fulfill their interest. Then we saw the components of capital market. There are two components of capital: primary market, secondary market. प्राइमरी मार्केट में कंपनी इन्वेस्टर डायरेक्टली इंटरेक्ट करते हैं एक दूसरे के साथ और जो इंटरमीडिएट हेयर वर्क दैट इज अंडरराइटर वो अपनी इस वर्क के लिए अंडरराइटिंग कमीशन लेता है. सेकेंडरी में फर्दर बाइफरकेट किया गया दो पार्ट में स्टॉक एक्सचेंज एंड ओवर द काउंटर. स्टॉक एक्सचेंज इज रेगुलेटेड बाय SEBI एंड ओवर द काउंटर इज नॉट रेगुलेटेड बाय SEBI. सो ठीक है. और यहाँ इन्वेस्टर आपस में इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, बाय एंड सेल करते हैं या देयर इज नो प्रेजेंस ऑफ कंपनीज डायरेक्टली. ओके. हियर द इंटरमीडिएट व्हिच वर्क हिज नेम इज broker is certified agent of SEBI and in return of his services he takes brokerage commission. Now let's move forward and let we know what are the conditions for a company to be listed on a stock exchange. So company should fulfill this requirement minimum. The company should be on minimum experience of 3 years in that particular area. Let's suppose Paytm want to now open a financial service company. So before going public or issuing shares, they should have a minimum experience of 3 years in that particular business. Second is paid up capital. Company should have a capital of minimum 10 CR. And third, which is the company should have a clear track record legally. It means company के अगेंस्ट कोई सी तरह का आपको मेजर इलीगल लाइक केस नहीं होना चाहिए. सो दिस शुड बी द केस. एंड देखो दो तरह की कंपनियाँ होती हैं. एक होते हैं वो कंपनी जो प्रॉफिट क्राइटेरियन को मीट करते हैं एंड सेकंड वन इज दोज हु डिडंट मीट द प्रॉफिट. व्हाट इज द प्रॉफिट क्राइटेरिया? सो प्रॉफिट क्राइटेरिया इज लाइक the profit of the company of the last 3 financial year should be average of last 3 years should be at least 15 CR. So those who meet they can in this category and to able to meet those can number. And here the company can also come and loss making can also come and break even also come. Okay. So I'm now coming to the What are the different methods of issuing shares? First one is IPO. IPO is basically जब कंपनी फर्स्ट टाइम पब्लिक अपने शेयर्स ऑफर करती है, दैट इज नोन एज IPO. प्राइवेट प्लेसमेंट बेसिकली इसमें जब कंपनी फर्स्ट टाइम किसी QI NI एंकर को अपने शेयर्स सेल करते हैं, दैट इज नोन एज प्राइवेट प्लेसमेंट. इसके सेलिंग उसको बिफोर गेटिंग IPO पब्लिक उनको मौका देते हैं कि विद इन 24 आवर्स लाइक डू इट प्राइवेट प्लेसमेंट विद ए फ्यू फॉर प्रोसेस. मतलब ये इसका बड़ा भाई है. IPO के बाद जितनी बार भी कंपनी में पैसे निकालते मतलब फिर से शेयर्स अगेन एंड अगेन इशू करेंगे, डेट इज नोन एज FU फॉलो पब्लिक ऑफरिंग. सो इसका एक स्पेशल टाइप होता है जो कि राइट इशू में ये होता है जो ऑलरेडी हमारे जो शेयर होल्डर उनको हम लोग डिस्काउंटेड प्राइस पर शेयर देते हैं. सबसे पहले उनको भी डिफरेंट होता है. एंड इफ दे डिडंट सब्सक्राइब टुडे देन वी वेंट टू द पब्लिक फॉर द सेल ऑफ दैट. एलोकेशन ऑफ शेयर्स कि कैसे शेयर्स एलोकेशन है, एंड दिस इज एज पर सेवी गाइडलाइंस. So company meeting profit criteria and company those who are not meeting profit criteria. तो दो so it's obvious like मतलब remember one thing कि the main objective of CBI is protection of investor and particularly retail investor. He is more concerned about the retail investor. As you know that QI NI they have like those technology or resources through which they can analyze and take rational decisions. But these retail investors they are more vulnerable to the things, so he is more cautious in this issue. So we always work for the referral. So in those companies who are earning more profit, CB told that you should minimum give 35% of your total share to the retail, maximum 50% to NI, and maximum 50% to QI. And out of that maximum 50%, as you know, anchor is more important for the company. So you can give 60%, that is 30% to 30% to anchor and remaining 20% to QI. And company not permitted profit करें तो देखो जो प्रॉफिट नहीं कमा रहे ये लॉस है. तो डेट के सेलिंग ट्राई कर मतलब रिटेल इन्वेस्टर जितने कम शेयर परचेज करेंगे एज दे आर मोर वल्नरेबल और मे बी वो डिविडेंड नहीं दे पाएंगे और लाइक मतलब कैपिटल प्रोसेस. तो इसके कारण वो सेलिंग ट्राई करती है कि इसमें रिटेल कम से कम इन्वेस्ट करें. इसमें मिनिमम क्राइटेरिया रखा 10%, मैक्सिमम क्राइटेरिया 50% और मैक्सिमम 75%. एंड आउट ऑफ that 75%, 45% will go to the anchor and remaining 30% will go to the QI. So this is the overall chapter. So what we had learned today, first we have learned what is the capital market and what are the two major participants from the capital market, investor and company. इन्वेस्टर के पास बहुत सरप्लस फंड है और कंपनी को रिसोर्सेज चाहिए. सो कैपिटल मार्केट प्रोवाइड्स प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर बोथ ऑफ देम एंड इट acts as the bridges which bridges the gap between them. Then we move forward and we will learn about what are the different components of capital market. So basically there are two components of capital market. First one is private market and second is secondary. Secondary market has further bifurcated into two. First one is stock exchange and second one is over the counter. And a stock exchange it is regulated by SEBI and over the counter it is not regulated by SEBI. It is regulated by market maker. So first of all we will study about the private market. The private market company directly sells the shares to the investor. And the agent which work in the private market is known as underwriter. Underwriter gives company in making deals. Their response every time they calculate the valuation, number of shares which the company should issue and what should be the price of its shares. And then in case total shares of the company were not subscribed or if some unsold share remains, so those unsold shares were purchased by the writer and from time to time he used to dispose those shares. And the and it like as if underwriter is certified rate of sale, so it gives assurance to the investor that yeah, your money is are in the safe hands. And when this services underwriter commission, data owners, underwriting commission. Let's come to the stock exchange. Stock exchange, it is regulated by SEBI, and here investor money sale is safe to the investor. So here there is no interaction, and there is no participation of the directly. The agent of SEBI which work here is the broker. So broker act and he takes broker's commission and return of his services. Then we have a study what are the conditions for a company to be listed on the stock exchange. So a company should have a minimum experience of 3 years in that particular business. The company should have a minimum paid up capital of 10 CR, and company should have a clean track record legally. Okay. And there are two types of companies. First, those who are meeting the proper criteria. Second, who are not meeting the proper criteria. Okay. So then we have a study what are the different methods of issuing of shares. First we have a study about IPO. IPO basically the company first time public open shares offer करते हैं in order to purchase or subscribe. One is IPO, initial public offering. Then we have a study about privatization. इसमें basically company कुछ particular big companies या फिर investors को like Q1 एंकर आते हैं और उनको फर्स्ट ऑफ लिस्ट कर सकती है प्राइवेट प्लेसमेंट एंड इट इज वेरी प्राइवेट मार्केट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो आफ्टर IPO जितने भी कंपनी अपने शेयर इशू करती है डेट इज नॉट FP. देयर इज स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ FP लाइक मतलब कि FP लाते हैं तो जो तुम्हारे एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर होल्डर है सबसे पहले उनके पास तुमको जाना पड़ता है एंड यू हैव टू लाइक डॉक्यूमेंट को इफ यू वांट टू सब्सक्राइब एंड तुमको डिस्काउंटेड प्राइस पर उनको सेल करना पड़ता है. इफ यू नो होल्डर देन यू विल लाइक मतलब शेयर्स को पब्लिक को ऑफर करें आपके पास फर्स्ट उनको प्रायोरिटी देना पड़ेगी एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर होल्डर. And then finally we have a study allocation of shares. Allocation of shares, those companies who are meeting the profit criteria and those who are not meeting the profit criteria. So those who are meeting the retail को 35%, anchor को 30%, QI को 20%, 15 and 25, 85 and 50 economically. और जो कंपनी प्रॉफिट क्राइटेरिया नहीं मीट कर रही उनके लिए मिनिमम 10% रिटेल को 15%, NRA को 45%, एंकर को and what was it 30% to who 30% के बारे में आज के लिए इतना ही. थैंक यू सो मच और हम लोग को बहुत अच्छे से लगा. गुड बाय. हरे कृष्णा.